What's up, guys? Isaac here. Just got back home from my Korea trip a little while ago. Just been chilling at home, unpacking, unwinding, and such. I was about to. It's about 11 o'clock right now. I was about to just go to sleep. But I just thought it might be a good idea to get my initial thoughts about Korea down. Now, someone reminded me that that would be a good idea, just to start jotting things down while they're fresh in my head. And if I kind of wait to make videos with a lot of production, I'm not able to put out to enough for you guys. I don't have that time in my schedule to just do it's always I want to do these quality videos, but sometimes it's just better to go ahead and put things out raw, do it raw. Yeah. For your guys' enjoyment and pleasure. I might add some pictures to this video later, I don't. But let me just talk about Korea, and I'll just scroll through some of the photos that I took. I'm looking on my computer over here. It's part of my room, very messy. I don't know. I'll clean it one day. I'll get around to it. So, let's just start off with Korea. How it differs from Japan or whatever. I premiered my dope ass new Batman shirt. Very sweet. I got it at Don Quixote. Before I left, there was a Superman one I was going to get, but it was just a classic Superman. Nothing that interesting. I was going to get it for Man of Steel, but as you all know, the Man of Steel thing did not pan out. But I will tell you what I did watch, which was really cool in Korea, which was Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim in 4DX, four-dimensional experience, I believe that's what it's called. Wind, water, heart. Sounds like Captain America. But by the way, while I'm just talking, if you just want to go ahead and do something else in the meantime, just listen to my audio, voice, it's all good. I'll let you know when I'm going to show something on screen. But Pacific Rim, again, was really amazing. It was something, there was these motion chairs that shook and really helped tell the story. And it was a very simple story. Let's not bullshit it. It was just mechs versus kaiju, monsters. Boom, fighting. But every time a punch landed, there was impact. The seats would shake. Every time they hit the water, a spray of mist or something would blow in your face. It was one of the greatest experiences. I guess the best thing I can compare it to is when you go to Disneyland and they have those, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in 3D and the full sensory type of feel. That's exactly what the 4DX experience was, and in a way, I kind of am happy that I was able to experience that opposed to watching Man of Steel. I'll make a review about that later, but I ended up watching a bootleg. Leave me no choice here, Japan. And I just thought Man of Steel was so-so, borderline meh, but meh. But anyways, Pacific Rim was really dope. What else can I tell you about mainly Korea? Because, I know you guys want to hear more about the actual sightseeing experience. For someone, surprisingly enough, to be honest, I'm not actually big on traveling. I should be. I want to get more interested in traveling, but I just don't find much of, ironically, I don't find much of an appeal to traveling around the world unless there's one, people on the other side that I can meet and meet up with, or two, just something that really attracts me the same way that Japan has always done so. In comparison to Japan, Korea does not add up. It's a different culture, but I went to the main spot, Seoul. Uh, you know, in terms of touristy, maybe locations, temple shrines, it just seems like Tokyo has that down a lot better. And I don't know, it was very hard. The language was very difficult and very hard for me to remember anything in Korean because it just the phonetic sounds of everything was just so wow 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 like Myeongdon. I stayed in. I think that's how you pronounce it, but that took like 3 days for me to like remember how to pronounce it. But I don't know if I did the tour correct myself. I got a tour package, hotel and airfare included. And it was through a company I used to work with actually, but not that particular division. But I really can't recommend the tour package. As some of you know, I actually used to be a tour guide for Tokyo, and I really had this image in my head that it was going to come somewhat close to the same exclusive full catered type of tours that I used to run, but it wasn't even close. It was just someone at the airport, and then the tour part of it was them sending you to the duty-free shopping areas, and I had to wake up. I only got 1 hour of sleep today because I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and leave the hotel at 6 just so they could send us to this underperforming merchant villa, whatever. Just basically a bunch of crap they were trying to sell with high marked up prices, and they were trying to serve you sample kimchi, and it's like 6:45 in the morning. I'm getting the crap out of my eye, and they're trying to talk to me, and then when they realized that I couldn't speak Korean, and I guess for them my Japanese wasn't good enough, that they just moved on to someone else, which was actually really good. Gaijin smashed that, but it was just so annoying. Every time you wanted to look at something, you just got hounded by people, and that actually is big on the Korean culture. I'll talk about that right now. Is in comparison, I'll say Korean staff, Korean merchants are very pushy and very rude. It comes off very rude, actually. There were many times the first day I first arrived, and it didn't happen much to me, but just watching other people just getting treated like crap. When then they were customers, actually. The way that you would get treated, like if you showed like that you weren't interested in a product, they would give you the face like they would just like, and then just have so much displeasure in their face, and it was wild for me to even see this compared to where I've been living the last 3 years, and about 10 years of my life been experienced with the whole bowing and the way Japan does things completely different. And it's amazing to me that two countries so close can have completely different attitudes for customer service. And that in itself was amazing. Seoul was very dirty, actually. I was very surprised by that. And going back real quick to the merchants, growing up in Los Angeles, anybody that knows Koreatown, Chinatown, there was always this attitude that Asian, Korea, Chinese markets have, that they always thought you were going to steal something, and they always were really rude. And I always just kind of assumed that was just a LA thing or whatever, but come to find out that's exactly how the culture is in Korea, and probably in China. I heard even like Cantonese, Singapore and such. So, Cambodian. Anyways, So that was very interesting to me. It really reminded me of as I was in Los Angeles all over again. Seoul, very dirty, homeless people everywhere. Or moderately homeless people, same as downtown Los Angeles. People just spitting on the streets. Yeah, I just saw so many people like opening packages and just throwing it straight on the ground. Uh, you know, either I've been too far away from Los Angeles for too long, and I've just been living in, I've been living absorbed in Japan customs way too long. But that was very shocking to see people treat the land that way.